Madam President, over the course of our chairmanship of ASEAN this year, Malaysia too has learned of the colossal efforts that peace requires. As a unique example of an inclusive forms of multilateralism, ASEAN has embraced change, expanded our membership and engaged with the world over the past 58 years. And this is why it has been Malaysia's honor and our greatest task yet to take on Southeast Asia's challenge this year. When conflict threatened to spiral between our neighbors, ASEAN did not stand idle. We stepped in, convened both sides in Malaysia, and implemented a ceasefire, one that ASEAN is now ensuring takes root through active monitoring on the ground. Yes, challenges remain, but our message is clear. ASEAN will stay at the table, urging both states to honor their commitments, for there is no conflict, whether interstate or intrastate, that is worth risking the stability of our home. This is why our efforts to cultivate security and stability in Myanmar and to restore credibility to five-point consensus must continue. ASEAN is deeply disappointed that the agreed-upon ceasefires in Myanmar have been broken in some areas and that violence continues to endanger civilians. Those in power have a responsibility to remember that Myanmar is a part of a region, not an isolated country. There is a bright and safe future for all of our peoples if we work together in good faith towards a Myanmar-owned, Myanmar-led resolution to the crisis in the country. Madam President, as ASEAN's focus deepens on bolstering security, strengthening economic resilience, and advancing sustainability goals across the region, we will address not only our internal crisis, but also from beyond. The South China Sea must not be used as leverage in strategic competition. Southeast Asia and its waters become a theater for rivalry between superpowers. We therefore urge all parties to fully comply with UNCLOS and to avoid actions that could provoke miscalculation or conflict in the waters we share. We will also continue to champion the rights and the needs of the global South at large. Madam President, for far too long, the global South has borne the brunt of unequal economic policies that marginalize and prevent developing nations from participating fairly in the global economy. And today, the global South faces a staggering financing gap for sustainable development, despite being home to the world's most vulnerable populations. The irony is painful, Madam President. We constitute the world's majority, yet remain unrepresented in decision-making, underserved in development financing, and sidelined in global governance. These imbalances must be corrected. The voices, needs, and aspirations of the global South are not secondary. Remember this: we cannot build a fairer international order without the global South at its center. Malaysia will continue to advocate for dignity, equity, and opportunity for all developing nations.